So in this video, I've got 5 tips for you to improve your store and your messaging so you can get more traffic and sales for your Shopify store. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Elle McCann, and if you are new here, I've been a Shopify expert for over 6 years now, and I post videos every week about Shopify and how to grow your online store. So a lot of us, with everything going on, are finding ourselves with more time available than we had before. Depending on your different circumstances, that means that you may be working from home or you've sadly lost your job, and you're finding that you have more time available to do things that maybe you've been putting off before. So I wanted to create this video over 5 things to do to improve your Shopify store if you're finding yourself with a little bit more time. And even if you don't have more time, maybe you want to prioritize some time to working on these 5 things. So my first tip, and definitely the one that's going to take you the longest, is to do a website audit. I cannot tell you how many times I go to someone's Shopify store to review it and I see instantly problems of links not working correctly or images not showing up and things just aren't working how they were supposed to. So to do a website audit, I recommend that you go page by page of your store. You click on every link, every product, every post or page on your site, and you make sure that everything's working correctly. You make sure things are formatted correctly and all the images are showing up and are loading quickly on your store. Once you go through your store, you can then see any issues that you have and make a big list and start working your way through fixing those. Keep in mind that in times of crisis, you may be actually seeing that you have less traffic on your site and your sales may be down. So if someone's coming to your store and interested in purchasing your product, you want to make sure that you're giving them the very best experience that is possible and that your store is working exactly how it is intended to. So tip number 2 you can do as you're doing your website audit, but it's to check your messaging. There are a lot of times now with everything going on that some messages, whether they were emails that were previously scheduled or social media posts or just website content, that may seem a little bit off and not specifically relevant to the current time or just maybe a little bit tone deaf. So you want to make sure that as you're going through your site and your social media and email accounts, that you're checking and making sure that all of your messages is still relevant and it is still going to be relating to what people are looking for and what information they are looking for currently in the current crisis. You want to just make sure that everything is really nice. And again, if you are only getting a few visitors now where you used to get more on your store, you want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward and you have the correct messaging throughout your site and presence online. So my tip number 3 is to really get to know your ideal customer. You want to make sure that you are speaking directly to your ideal customer so that when they come to your store, that they go, wow, okay, they really get me. This product was created for me, and that they really connect with either your brand or your product. Now, I ask so many different people of who their ideal customer is, and they'll either give me something very broad, like women aged 25 to 45 with kids, or they'll say something like, well, my product works for everyone. No, it doesn't. That is not correct. And the more defined you can get with your ideal customer, the better your messaging and your sales, honestly, are going to be impacted. You want to make sure that you know exactly who your ideal customer is, what their hopes and dreams are, and what their biggest fears and problems are as well. Because once you know all of this information about them, you can then make sure that you are giving really detailed targeted messaging on your site and in your presence online, and that you're able to relate to them on a human-to-human level. You're not just trying to put it out there and say, oh yeah, buy this, and you're actually solving a problem or a pain point for your customer and you're helping them in whatever journey that they're on in life. So I actually have some prompts in a worksheet for you about your ideal customer to help you start thinking through who exactly is your ideal customer and how you can change your messaging to better suit them. So if you're interested in downloading this free ideal customer worksheet, make sure to click the link in the description below and we will make sure to send that over to you. Again, just make sure that you're filling out the worksheet as your ideal customer and not as yourself, unless you actually are your ideal customer, and then it's okay. Tip number 4 is to think about new products and ways to serve people. So again, we don't really know the impact that everything going on in the world is going to have on our local economy as well as global economy. So thinking through of maybe new products or ways to serve people is a great way to keep your business still going during difficult times and make sure that you are still relevant with your ideal customer and what their needs are. So that's why it's so important to make sure you've done the work and know exactly who your ideal customer is. So think through of ways that maybe you could serve them before. Maybe you actually owned a gym before or were selling different fitness clothes, and now you can sell maybe at-home fitness equipment or offer different videos on at-home workouts. Whatever it is that you can make your content and your products more relevant to the needs of your customer right now is going to really help keep your business afloat during whatever crisis comes about. And my fifth and final tip is to really focus on your entrepreneur mindset. It can be really easy during difficult times to get really frustrated and overwhelmed, especially if you're watching a news cycle that is constantly a little bit sad and overwhelming. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your mindset really healthy. Don't feel like you can't just work at all and you've got to close down your online store because no one's going to be purchasing. And instead think of ways of how you can serve your community more and keep your mindset really positive. So I recommend reading different books as well as watching different entrepreneur TED Talks or videos all about just keeping you in a place where you can serve your audience and you're not feeling defeated. So a book that I'm currently reading right now is called Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo, and I'll be putting a book review on this channel soon, but I highly recommend the book. I'm about halfway through right now, but it's really helpful for reading any kind of entrepreneurship books like that to keep your mindset positive. Also, if you have any friends that are also entrepreneurs or small business owners as well, I recommend talking with them and even doing like a weekly Zoom call, both now during difficult times and moving on, so that you can help each other out and kind of popcorn different ideas of ways that you can both grow your businesses together. So I hope you found this video helpful of different tips of how to use your additional time to benefit your Shopify store. So I would love to know in the comments below, is there something that you are going to be implementing on your site now or you've already done in the past, as well as any books that you have to recommend to others for how to keep your entrepreneur mindset in a positive place. I would love to know, so make sure to comment in the comments below. Also, there are some recent videos over here. We just posted a video about how to be more productive working from home, so I highly recommend checking it out. And as always, make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you're the first to be notified when we put out new videos and tutorials all about Shopify and how to grow your online store. Thanks so much for watching.